We will see her next week, hopefully.
Hopefully.
All right. As far as I know, we should be starting on time next week.
Good.
All right. So, as you can see, currently in the lead right now down here is me, the Woken Warriors, at 27.69, followed by Jeff, the Glorious TNA Perosu Club Originals, at 24.65, and in third at 20.69 is Tiff with the Legit Rowdy Architects.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just go ahead and add the names and dates here real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's check out the leaderboards here. As you can see at the top is currently the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins at 332 points.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by the U.S. Champ Jeff Hardy at 320. The Monster Among Men Braun Strowman clocking in at 249. The WWE Champion AJ Styles at 185, just a couple points ahead of the SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella at 183. Drew Gulak of the Cruiserweights at 165, followed by one half of the Raw Tag Champs Woken Matt Hardy at 164. Finn Balor coming in at 152, followed by the other half of the Raw Tag Champs Bray Wyatt at 150. And just barely eking his way into the top 10 at 147 is Bobby Lashley, who's just a point ahead of Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan!
Question is what they're going to do with him now.
Lashley or Daniel Bryan?
Daniel Bryan.
Presumably feuding with The Miz.
Hopefully.
We'll see. Anyway.
Fair.
So we're going to put these in alphabetical order. And we're going to begin the week's programming. And as always, we begin the week's programming on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we open Monday Night Raw with, of course, the commentators welcoming us to the Coliseum. The Nassau Coliseum, specifically, in Uniondale, New York. And Raw General Manager Kurt Angle comes out to kick off the program. There are ladders all over the stage because we are now in the lead up to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Kurt Angle steps into the ring, gets on a mic, and confirms that there will be a men's Money in the Bank ladder match and a women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and that these matches will be cross-branded with 4 participants from each brand on each match, and that Raw will decide their Money in the Bank combatants in the ring with 2 qualifying matches starting tonight. Braun Strowman comes out and interrupts this promo and tells a story about not being allowed in a neighborhood treehouse when he was a kid, so he destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Angle says Braun has been on a roll lately and deserves a shot at Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens comes out to interrupt, saying he's the one that deserves a spot, and he's already a Raw MVP, and rants about being more deserving than Braun. Angle goes back and forth with Owens, but Braun interrupts, saying the only thing Owens deserves is to get these hands. Angle agrees and proceeds to book the 2 of them in a match right now, with the winner going on to the Money in the Bank ladder match. So that's a promo to Braun and to Kevin Owens. Alrighty. And then we have the actual match of Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, which Braun comes out the victor of via a running power slam.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. So, Kevin Owens will get 5 points for being in a match, and 3 move points. That's 8 points to KO. Which is going to put him at 106. And Braun Strowman gets 20 for winning a match, 5 for being in it, and 2 moves is 27 points to Braun.
Okay, these hands.
Yep. What's that? 64, 74, and 7 is 281. Strowman opposes after the match. We see a shot outside the Coliseum, and then Roman Reigns is backstage for an interview. Where he proceeds to tell not Tom Phillips that he's pissed off and he's going to take control of his yard and will mow down anyone in his way of getting back what's his, the WWE Universal Championship. Promo to Roman.
Okay, then.
Did you see Raw, by the way?
I did.
Okay. Just check. You must be
I
very
did
pleased.
indeed.
You must be very pleased this week. You got both main events.
I do.
Yeah, were you not paying attention to the program?
Well, I know that the Raw. I didn't watch SmackDown.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, he was the main event,
He was.
but he lost.
No, he didn't.
Thought he lost to Rusev.
No, he countered the accolade into a yes lock.
Oh, he actually won the match?
I think.
I thought he lost.
I think he won.
So he's going to Money in the Bank.
Wait, did he win the match? Let me see. Hang on. No, I'm not sure. Now you got me questioning. I'm not. Let me double check it. No, it was Rusev that won the match. I was wrong. Sorry. He did counter into a yes lock, but Rusev got out of the yes lock. Fair enough. My bad. Still, you got a guy in the main event. That helps.
Not when the guy who won has like 300 more points than I do.
Yeah. That's right, because Daniel Bryan was sitting on the apron and looking all sad after the match. That's right. I remember that now. Poor Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a feud with The Miz to get to. Anyway. Next, we're going to go backstage where we run into Kurt Angle, who is having an interaction with Goldust. And he looks very confused. Goldust does the breathe thing and quotes $1 Million Baby before informing Kurt that he needs a shot at Money in the Bank. Jinder Mahal then interrupts with Sunil Singh, however, complains that he's not getting enough opportunity. Despite Reigns getting opportunity after opportunity, he gets none. Angle points out that Jinder hasn't won a match since coming to Raw and tells Jinder to get ready for his match, and if he puts on a good show against Chad Gable tonight, he'll consider giving Jinder a shot at getting into the Money in the Bank match. Jinder walks off, Goldust quotes another movie, gets in Kurt's face again, and then leaves also. Promo to Jinder and Goldust.
Fair.
Yep. And Goldust. Okay. Next up, we go to the ring for a 6-man tag team match play. This match consists of Titus Worldwide teaming up with their new friend No Way Jose to take on Baron Corbin and the Revival.
Okay, then.
The match ends in favor of the heels as Corbin manages to get a blind tag from Dawson as Jose beats down on him, and he hits No Way Jose with an end of days for a 3 count. So, 6-man tag. Only 2 people actually hit moves in this match, as far as I was able to gather.
Okay.
So the heels won, so we'll do the faces first. So Titus and No Way Rose are going to get themselves 5 points each for being in a match.
Titus, you're disappointing me.
He is. Yeah, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. Okay. I'm going to assume that Dana Brooke was at ringside and give her accompaniment points.
Okay.
And then Apollo Crews had one move, so he's going to get 6 points. It's 49. All right. On the heel team, the only person who had a move was Corbin with the match-winning maneuver. So the Revival are each going to get 15 points for being on the winning team, and 5 for competing is 20 points to each member of the Revival. 20 points to Dash, and 20 points to Dawson. Cool. And Baron Corbin will get 20 points for winning the match. He'll get 5 for being in it as 25, and 1 for the end of days is 26 points to Baron Corbin. It's mid-76. Okay. Cool. Next up, we clear that match out. We have our next match, which is a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. And it's actually a specialty. It's a triple threat match between Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Ruby Riott. From the sounds of it, it was a decent match.
Who was facing Ruby Riott?
Ember Moon and Sasha Banks. It's a triple threat match.
Oh, yes. The ending of that match was fucking awesome.
Indeed, yes.
Because I was like, did she just... What?
Yeah, Bayley ran down to even the odds as the Riot Squad got involved. And Sasha made her way back in the ring off that distraction, and Ruby started beating on her until Ember Moon hit her with an eclipse out of nowhere. And won the match.
It was a double eclipse.
Okay.
Because Sasha had her from behind, getting ready to do the bank statement. Ember Moon jumped off. And when she did the eclipse on Ruby Riott, because of the way the eclipse is done, you know how it bends her down for the stunner?
Mm-hmm.
What ended up happening is because Sasha had her from behind around the neck for the bank statement, it pulled her down too. And basically, Ember Moon used Ruby Riott to fucking eclipse the hell out of Sasha Banks too.
Nice.
Because Sasha Banks' chin just bounced right off of Ruby Riott's shoulder.
Ouch.
Yeah, so it was a double eclipse. I was like, holy shit. Like, bad she getting OMG. I was like, what the fuck did she just do?
Apparently she did a double eclipse.
Apparently. OMG for Ember Moon.
Okay. Why not?
If you haven't seen it, you need to go and see at least that, because that was a what the fuck moment.
Okay. Fair enough.
Easily match of the night.
Good to know. Let's see. Okay, Ruby's got Sasha. Right hand. Sasha's got her locked in. And then, oh, yeah, pretty much.
See?
So there you go. Fair enough.
Does she get a point for using Ruby Riott as a weapon?
No. I'll throw her an OMG because that was cool. That was technically a double finisher.
It was.
All right, so Ember Moon was the victor, so we will go ahead and do the other two ladies first. And this is a
throw Bayley her points first. Since technically it was just in interference.
Yeah, Bayley and the Riot Squad are going to get interference, and the Riot Squad will also get accompaniment.
Yes.
So Bayley with interference is going to put her at 50. And then who's on this team? Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Liv Morgan. It's going to be 11 between the two because 6 for the interference and 5 for the accompaniment. So that becomes 54. Okay. And Sarah Logan also becomes 54. Cool. Meanwhile, crap.
The hell is that?
That's my phone. Crap. Shit.
Tell them you're busy.
I can't. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, Jeff. Let's see. The next thing is an awkward interview with Bobby Lashley. Talk about it for a minute.
So, yeah, there was an interview conducted by, I think it was Renee, on Bobby Lashley. It was a pre-tape thing. It was weird. It's kind of divided the WWE universe here because a lot of people really loved it. And for what they tried to do with him, make him out to be a family man, and the fact that he loves his sisters and stuff like that. And he told really weird, awkward stories about his sisters, growing up with his sisters, and like his father and stuff. So I get what they were trying to do, and a lot of people did too. But at the same time, a lot of people were like, "What was the point? It didn't really go anywhere. It was really awkward." And yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of, I thought it was a pretty good interview, but I agree it kind of went nowhere, and I'm sitting here thinking, and the point was, so, go take a look at it. You'll either love it or you'll hate it. It's kind of divided right down the middle. Of note, during this whole thing, because it was a pre-taped segment, it was not shown on the Titantron in the arena. So the people who bought tickets and were sitting in said arena were privy to I guess what would amount to a dark match. Something to keep them entertained while the folks at home got to see this really, really awkward interview. And because they only needed to fill the time for a really, really short, awkward interview, this was a really, really short piss break kind of squash match. And it was the Authors of Pain versus local talent. And, of course, as I said, it was a squash match. Authors of Pain won. But, of course, because this was a dark segment, sorry, Jim, you get no points. Because we are not scoring shit that did not air on TV. The only time we ever score something like that is if something, like, relevant happened. Like when we decided to score the live event for title changes and stuff. So... yeah, hopefully Jim will be back here soon because I don't really have much to say about this interview segment. Like I said, he just talked about his sisters, things one little, weird story about each of them. I'm assuming the names he gave out were his real sisters. I could be wrong. He could have just totally made it up for K-pop. I don't know. I don't know Bobby Lashley personally. It was endearing. The stories that he said, if a little bit awkward and kind of, but I don't know. We'll see where they're going with Lashley. It feels like they don't really have a plan for Lashley, to be honest, because it feels like the original plan for Lashley, which was for him to build him up against Brock Lesnar for SummerSlam, is kind of falling through. But I don't know. Maybe they're going to try to build him back up again to use him for that. Maybe if they're deciding, well, Reigns is not going to face Lesnar at SummerSlam, who knows? But we'll see. We'll see where they take Bobby Lashley at this point. He's kind of over.
Yeah, he's kind of over, but if they're doing an interview like that, I want to take him to like Bray Wyatt's compound and leave him there because that was creepy.
You mean to Matt Hardy's compound?
No, Bray Wyatt's old compound. That was creepier.
Yeah, but Bray Wyatt's old compound is smoldering ash.
No, just that one building is smoldering ash. He had more than that. The haunted house is still standing.
Well, technically, it's not his compound. It was Sister Abigail's compound, and since he's Samael now, it's technically not his compound any longer.
Fine, then we'll throw him in the haunted house. I don't give a shit. Anyway,
you could just take him to the Hardy compound and take him to the take him to the Hardy variant of said creepy Sister Abigail shack.
That could work. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I believe I needed to score the women that were in the triple threat match.
Yep. Or you could take him and toss him to the Lake of Reincarnation and see if he comes back as early 2000s Bobby Lashley.
That'd be interesting. All right, so
Run around staying bath turd again.
yeah. So the ladies in the match here. So the winner was Ember, so we'll do the other two. This is a specialty match because it's a triple threat. So that means that base leaders are getting 5 for competing and 3 for a specialty is 8. So Sasha will get 8. Sasha and we'll get 8. Well, let's do Ruby first. Ruby didn't have any moves. Ruby will get 8.
Could have swore she did the riot kick at one point, but
I don't see it. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, she hit a missile drop kick off the apron at one point.
she did.
Not a move of hers, as far as I can tell.
No.
So she hit it. So yeah, she did not do much.
Fair.
Anyway, she hit a Frankensteiner also at one point.
She did.
So yes, Ruby will get 8 points, as I was saying. It is 95. And then Sasha had 2 moves, so Sasha will get the base 8 plus 2 moves is 10 points to Sasha. Makes that one easy. And then we're going to go ahead and give the points to Ember for winning. So Ember gets 20 points for winning a match, 10 for winning a specialty is 30. The base 8 is 38, and 2 moves is 40 points to Ember Moon.
And then
90, 112. No, wait, what did I say? Yeah, wait, it was 40 even, right?
Thought you had it.
I did have it, but I lost it. You just heard me say it. It's 30. 8, yeah, it's 40. Okay,
40.
we got it.
Okay.
So let's write 112. Okay.
All right.
So let's see. She celebrates. Backstage, Ember Moon does an interview about proving her doubters wrong. It says that she welcomes all challenges as she's going to grab the Money in the Bank contract. So promo to Ember Moon. 117. Then we see a video package about the history of Bobby Lashley, his signing with WWE, his Olympic background, his MMA fights, and coming back to his return. And then the aforementioned pre-taped interview.
Yep. Awkward.
Yeah, a little bit awkward. Tells some stories about his childhood and his sisters, which just was creepy. And yeah, I don't know. But promo to Bobby Lashley. 4, 5, 52. All right. Next up, Sami Zayn. The backstage area with Kevin Owens saying that there's like a conspiracy against them, and Owens is like, Owens is upset that he lost to Strowman, and he storms off, and Sami looks frustrated, and it looks like there might be some tension between these two.
No, Sammy's like, just tell me you got my back. Please tell me you got my back. And Owens like, yeah, whatever, and walks off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, yeah, I got your back. Spoiler alert, no, he doesn't.
Nope. But Sami didn't have his, so turnabout's fair play.
True.
All right. So, next up we go to the ring for Jinder Mahal versus Chad Gable. And Jinder Mahal wins relatively easily.
Fuck you all.
Yeah. We're going to throw a
you
quick...
didn't deserve it.
No, not really. Let's throw an accompaniment over to Sunil Singh. Puts him at 61. And then Chad Gable's going to get 5 points for being in a match. And 1 move is 6 points to Chad Gable. 6, that would be 54. Okay. And then Jinder is going to get 20 points for winning, 5 for competing, and 3 moves. Is 28 points to Jinder. Is 84.94, and 8 is 102 for the modern day Maharaja. Sunil gets in the ring to celebrate with Jinder, and he gets in Gable's face, and Gable shoves him on the ground. Jinder comes over and puts the boots to Gable, slams him upside the corner, hits him with a bunch of knee strikes, suplexes him over the top rope, and kicks him out of the ring. So that's an assault to Jinder and a move for the knee strikes. That's 5 more points. 107.
Well, all right then.
All right. There's a pre-tape promo from Alexa Bliss about wanting to rise to the top of the women's division again. The crowd chants asshole at her. There's also a pre-tape promo from the Ascensions about their intentions to turn the Raw Tag Division into the Wasteland when they win Money in the Bank. So promo to Alexa and promo to the Ascension. Is 54. And 5 to Connor. And 5 to Victor. Okay. Let's see after this. We see Zack Ryder in the back. Woo, woo, woo.
You know
he approaches Kurt Angle and says that he really wants to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match tonight here in his hometown. Jinder storms in with Sunil and asks if Kurt saw what he just did and tells Kurt to add him to the other Money in the Bank qualifying match tonight. Kurt informs him, woo, 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 no, bro. And Jinder walks off fuming. And right on Zack Ryder and Kurt Angle then share an awkward fist bump while laughing.
Okay, then.
Indeed. Promo to Ryder and Jinder.
Yep.
I see 3, 4, 5, 112. And Zack Ryder. First points for Zack Ryder for the season.
Fair.
Indeed. Okay. Next we go to the ring for a tag team match player. In which Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre basically squash Beauty and the Man Beast. Slater did put up a little bit of a fight, but didn't do much good. Rhino just got knocked out to the floor.
Fair.
So Heath and Rhino will each get themselves 5 points for having a match. All right. And then Dolph and Drew, let's see, looks like they had a double team move for the victory, but who was the legal man? Well, it looks like McIntyre was the legal man on this. Okay, honking.
Sorry, my windows are open. It's warm over here.
That's okay. So then Dolph Ziggler will get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20, and 2 moves is 22 points to Dolph Ziggler. 484, 86. And Drew McIntyre will get 20 points for winning the match. 5 for competing is 25, and 2 moves is 27 points to Drew McIntyre. It is 68. All right. They leave it head to the back. There's some commercials, and then why don't you go ahead and ask a question?
WWE Universe. Who wants to walk with Elias?
Indeed. He leads the crowd in the chant, says he's on a different world from the rest of the Raw roster, complains about being interrupted last night, and then trashes Bobby Roode and Long Island, saying he will, if Bobby Roode wants to keep getting involved, he'll be more than happy to rip Bobby Roode's vocal cords apart. And then he'll go on to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. The crowd chants Rusev Day at him.
Okay, that's random.
And he tells him to, well, no, Rusev Day interrupted him at the pay-per-view, remember? They were one of the first interrupted him. And he says that he talks some shit about Rusev Day for a moment. And he tells everybody to shut their mouths, silence their cell phones, hold applause because he's going to sing. But then he gets interrupted by Bobby Roode, and they have a match.
Okay.
So promo to Elias.
Indeed.
Bobby Roode wins the match, however.
Yay.
So Elias will get 5 points for being in a match and no moves.
Sucks to be Elias.
Pretty much. 114. Okay. Bobby Roode gets 20 points for being in a match, 5 for competing in said match, and 2 moves. It's 27 points to Bobby Roode, who won the match with a glorious DDT. Was it 101? What's it? 108. Bam. All right. Bobby Roode's hand gets raised to the victory. Elias rolls out and retreats up the ramp. Bobby Roode then does an interview where he says that he wants a shot at the Money in the Bank ladder match. And he thinks that after his win over Elias, he hopes he'll be next in line for an opportunity because winning that would be absolutely glorious. Promo to Bobby Roode. All right. Commercials. We come back, and Seth Rollins comes out to the ring. And he talks about his win over The Miz last night and says if there's something he can learn from The Miz, it's how not to be the Intercontinental Champion. Because Rollins wants to be a fighting champion, and he'll defend his title anytime, and proceeds to issue an open challenge to anyone in the back. And said challenge is answered by one Mojo Rawley.
Seth Rollins, you're not hype.
And Mojo Rawley proceeds to inform Seth Rollins that he's going to knock Rollins down just like he knocked down everybody's boy Zack Ryder. And that this won't be Monday Night Rollins. It'll be Monday Night Rawley.
Yeah, he actually cut a really good promo. Mojo Rawley did.
He did. It was quite a good promo.
It's a damn good promo.
So, promo to Seth and Mojo. We'll just add that to their move points. I'm not even going to score it separately.
Something I never thought I'd say about Mojo freaking Rawley.
Yeah, guy's got talent. Just got to give him an opportunity.
Well, he had his opportunity.
And it worked.
It did.
Cool. Hopefully that works in his favor. Oh, excuse me. All right. So, Seth Rollins retained the Intercontinental Championship by proceeding to kick Mojo in the face while he was talking trash, then knee him in the face, and then curb stomp his face. So Mojo is going to get 5 points for being in this match. And he actually did good. Mojo's going to get 8 move points. So 13 points to Mojo.
Fair.
It's not bad. He has 31 and he has 34. All right. Seth Rollins is going to get a buttload of points.
Fuck you, Seth.
He's going to get 20 points for winning a match. 20 points for retaining his title is 40. 5 for competing is 45. And 6 moves puts Rollins at 51 points. Ultimate 383 and firmly cements his first place spot on the leaderboards.
Fuck.
We go to replays. We see a pre-tape promo from Finn Balor about his qualifying match tonight. So promo to Finn Balor.
Who?
We then see a pre-tape interview with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, who say that wrestling is in their DNA, and that they're going to beat the Raw Tag Team Champions tonight to prove that they're more than the Miz's supporting actors. And then cut to the ring where Bo and Curtis come out and proceed to not beat the Raw Tag Team Champions.
No, the Raw Tag Team Champions, in fact, proceed to debut a new tag team finishing move.
They do. It's a double team Sister Abigail.
No, it's not.
Well, that's what it's called by the recapper.
Well, the recapper's an idiot and clearly didn't watch the show because the commentators didn't know what the hell to call it because Michael Cole proceeded to begin to call it the Sister Abigail, and Corey quickly corrected him and said, but Sister Abigail doesn't exist anymore. Sister Abigail is no longer powering Bray Wyatt, therefore how can it be called Sister Abigail? To which Michael Cole's like, oh, you have a point. Well, crap, what do we call it? It's like, I don't know, don't look at me. So Corey Graves, once again, the voice of reason, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Also the voice of leaving us without an answer.
Exactly. But he's not wrong. You can't really call it Sister Abigail if he's no longer channeling the power of Sister Abigail.
That's true. What are we going to call it? Samael?
Could. Samael and Zenith, the new brothers of destruction.
Something like that.
No, I would call it Ultimate Deletion.
It's not bad.
Because they are the deleters of worlds.
That is true.
But yeah, it's basically a double Sister Abigail, and it looked pretty fucking cool. I have to admit.
Indeed.
So you may proceed to score it.
Yeah, hang on a sec. Let me just hit this. Scroll. Whoa. Jeez, there we go. Over there. Well, according to WWE.com Superstar Profiles, it's still the Sister Abigail.
Well, of course it is, because they're unoriginal hacks.
Until they rename it.
Uh-huh.
We're going to call it the Sister Abigail. Anyway. So, Bo and Curtis proceed to lose this match.
Handily.
There is an interesting part where Wyatt throws Bo out of the ring, and Michael Cole refers to it as brotherly love. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right, so Bo and Curtis are going to get 5 points each for being in a match. How about that?
Works for me.
Bo at 76 and Curtis at 79. And then on the other side of things, Bray was the legal man. No, Matt was the legal man at the time of the finisher.
Yes, because Bray tagged him in.
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you. So Bray will get 15 points for being on the winning team, 5 for competing is 20, and 1 move is 21 points to Bray. 31. Matt will get 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and 2 moves is 27 to Wogan Matt.
Fair.
74, 84, and 7 is 191. All right. Next up, we have pre-tape promos from both Natalya and Baron Corbin about the upcoming Money in the Bank contract opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So, promo to Natalya and Baron Corbin. And then we go to our main event, which is a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match between Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Sami Zayn.
This was actually a pretty damn good match.
Indeed.
After this match, I have to say, Sami Zayn greater than Kevin Owens?
I don't think anybody's ever questioned that. I don't know. I would say Kevin Owens, by a minuscule measurement, better on the mic. Sammy better in the ring.
I could agree with that. I think Kevin Owens is actually better on the mic. Not by a minuscule. I think he's actually better on the mic, but yeah. But I think that also comes down to personal taste, whether you think he's better on the mic or not. Because personally, I'm not a huge fan of Sammy's energy when it's on the mic. I know that's kind of him and that it's a huge part of his character.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, it kind of takes away from the actual promo sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's me. That's just a personal preference.
Yeah. But when he channels it right, it's great.
Yes. When he does it right, it's great. The problem is, because he is manic energy, oftentimes it gets away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, this match.
Yeah.
Continue.
I think the best promo I've seen him cut is the promo where they came out on SmackDown after he assisted Kevin Owens in winning a match by beating up Shane on the ramp, and proceeded to take 10 minutes to explain the different areas of the arena setup, and explain the difference between, okay, this is ringside, this is the ramp, the rules said this, not that. It was an amazing promo.
That was a great promo. See, that's him channeling it properly.
Yeah. So anyway, this was a good match.
Yes.
They all went back and forth. There was a lot of finishers thrown, except by Sammy, who didn't have that many, because his finisher kind of requires you to be in the corner.
He had a haluva kick.
He did. He had one, but you would think, given that this was a triple threat, there were guys inside and outside, and given that maneuver requires somebody to be laying in the corner, he would have been busting out more blue thunder bombs. But
actually, he had more than one haluva kick.
He probably did.
He did, because he did it to some, but one of them was leaning up against the security railing on the outside, and he haluva kicked him over the railing.
Yeah, I have.
It was probably Reigns.
Yeah, I have him in at 3 moves. So
yeah. I have to admit, I did not see that coming. It's like, boom, haluva kick out of nowhere. I'm like, the fuck?
Yep. So Finn Balor wins this match.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it was Reigns. I remember that because haluva kicks him over the railing, and then Finn Balor jumps up on on the railing or on something outside the ring, and proceeds to fucking coup de grace his ass outside the ring.
Yep.
It was a great match.
Yep. Reigns starts fighting back with right hands on both his opponents, but Sami Zayn comes back with a haluva kick on Reigns, and Reigns falls into some production equipment on the floor. Balor then hops up on a platform and hits the coup de grace on Reigns on the concrete floor.
Yeah, that's the one.
Fair enough. But yes, Finn Balor won the match with a little bit of an assist from Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, just a little. Just a little assist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, That's good. Yeah, the match ended, of course. Reigns went for a spear, but Jinder Mahal tripped him. Sammy then hit him with a haluva kick. Balor then hit Sammy with, I'm assuming it was the drop kick. Because it says boots him, but I'm assuming it was the double drop kick.
Yeah, no, it was the drop kick.
And then proceeds to hit him with a coup de grace for the win.
Yeah, it was the shotgun kick.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So that's always a setup.
Yeah. So.
That's awesome because Sammy like haluva kicked Reigns, who like rolls out the ring. He's like, "Ha! I got you, Reigns." Turns around and you just see this look of oh shit just come over Sammy's face as fucking Finn just comes out of nowhere and just boom shotgun kick into the corner.
Yep. All right. So Finn won. So we'll start off with Sami Zayn. This is a triple threat match and it's a main event. So our base is going to be 5 for competing, 3 for a specialty, and 4 for a main event.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 12 points at base. So Sami will get the 12 base and 3 moves is 15 points to Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
95. And then we're going to have Roman Reigns, who will get himself the base 12 and 9 move points, which will put him at 21 to Roman Reigns. He's down here, 21 to Roman Reigns. There we go. 9 is 59.
Mm-hmm.
And Finn Balor, let's see. Finn Balor is going to get 20 points for winning a match. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match. That's 30. 9 for being in and winning the main event is 39. 5 for competing is 44. 3 for competing in a specialty is 47. And 8 moves is 55 points to Finn Balor.
Fair.
So let's see, that would be 207, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 212 for Finn Balor. Bada boom. Following the match, Jinder walks through the crowd and stares at the 3 competitors laying in the ring. Balor is qualified. Reigns gets to his feet, and we end the program. So let's go take a look at the scores.
Indeed.
All right, we want to hit the data. Refresh, save. All right. So in the lead is still me at 29.87. And still in second place is Jeff and the Glorious team at 26.75. And in third is Tiff at 22.92 with the Legit Ready Architects.
Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 29.87. And Tiff is at 22.92. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Back over to the roster table. All right. Let's go to SmackDown.
Sure.
SmackDown. SmackDown had 5 matches. So SmackDown's coming from the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. We have the program with SmackDown General Manager Paige.
Paige here.
Paige here. So, our first cover at the pay-per-view Backlash was a smashing success.
Followed by the crowd giving her a what the fuck face. And some of them cheering, most of them not. Clearly spouting Vince McMahon's nonsense.
Yeah, well. And she talks about the finish to AJ Nakamura, saying she did not foresee that finish when she made it a no disqualification match.
Sure, you didn't.
She says, we will hear from AJ Nakamura later tonight. But for right now, she introduces the first match of the night, a Money in the Bank qualifying match, which will be between the United States champion Jeff Hardy and The Miz. Da Miz. So, and we open up with that match, Jeff Hardy and The Miz, which The Miz is victorious in, somehow.
Fuck you, Miz.
Yeah, I don't know what the idea of this match was.
Aside from qualifying for the Money in the Bank?
No, I mean in terms of the finish, because apparently the finish was just... I don't know.
Okay, then.
The finish was just Miz does not give a shit about Jeff Hardy's finishers.
Oh?
Because literally, so here's what happened near the end of the match here. So Miz escapes a twist of fate attempt, but Jeff then boots Miz into the corner and hits him with that double kick to the chest maneuver that he does. I don't remember what that's called.
Okay.
The thing where he like jumps up and then he drop kicks a dude in the chest.
Oh yeah, the one that supposed to look like a low blow.
Yeah, in the corner, yeah.
Oh,
no, not the one on the ground, the one where he jumps up in the corner.
Oh, okay. I'd have to see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
The arrest.
The what?
The Hardiac arrest.
That what he's calling it?
Yes, that is the name of that maneuver.
Okay, I don't know if I've ever seen that move, but fair enough.
Yeah, it's called the Hardiac arrest. Basically, he gets a guy in a corner, and he basically puts his hands on either rope, and he uses the ropes to leverage himself as he jumps up in the air, and then swings both feet forward and kicks the dude in the chest.
Okay, then. So it's a jumping shotgun kick.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it's called the Hardiac arrest. It's a rope-aided corner drop kick. So yeah, Hardiac arrest.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. So Jeff hits him with a Hardiac arrest. And then hits him with a twist of fate as he pops out of the corner. And then he hits him with in order, hits him with a boot, a Hardiac arrest, a twist of fate, and a swanton, and then Miz just kicks out.
Okay, then.
And then as he's kicking out, Miz then maneuvers himself around and spins the pinfall into a roll-up on Jeff and pins him.
He gets it on a roll-up?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck the Miz.
Yeah, he gets a shoulder up off the pinfall and then reverses it into a roll-up and pins Jeff.
Well, that's bullshit.
So, that happened. And Jeff rightfully looks like he can't believe it after the match. I mean, props to the Miz for being wily, but damn.
That just sounds like complete horseshit.
A little bit. So anyway, Jeff Hardy's going to get 5 points for being in this match, and he's going to get 8 moves. It's 13 points to Jeff Hardy. At least it wasn't a title match.
Right.
It's 33. And the Miz will get 20 points for winning a match. He'll get 5 for being in it as 25. And the Miz had 6 moves, which is going to put him at 31. It's 41, 41, 43. Cool. All right. So, next we go backstage to the bar.
The bar.
The bar. They are the bar. And I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
We are at this point in time.
Okay.
Is that accurate? I'm not so sure that's accurate.
Hmm.
Let me see here. Hang on a minute. Oh, he wasn't in the box. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Problems.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so they were smart enough not to put it to take the bag out of the box, so they didn't get sued for a copyright issue on TV. That was probably a good idea, WWE.
Okay.
So Cesaro enters a locker room and finds Sheamus, and yes, we are at this point.
Okay.
Cesaro walks into the locker room to find Sheamus eating directly out of the bag has been removed from the box, eating out of a bag of Lucky Charms.
Okay then.
Insert your own Irish stereotype joke here. And Cesaro asks, what the hell are you doing? And Chambers was like, I'm eating Lucky Charms.
Wow.
It's the only thing that makes me feel better after I lost Xavier Woods last week. And Cesaro tells him it's not that bad, so he lost the match. It happens. I mean, granted, I probably would have done better, but still. And Chambers was like, whoa. You would have done better? Well, why don't you face Xavier tonight, and we'll see if you do better. And Cesaro's like, all right, I will face him tonight. However, Cesaro then goes to open up his luggage. Their luggage is on the little table thing in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're having a discussion, Cesaro then opens his suitcase and finds that it is full of pancakes. Sheamus begins laughing his ass off at this, saying that Sheamus then opens his own bag and finds that it is also filled with pancakes. He then gets very upset. They begin freaking out, screaming that they hate pancakes. Promo to the bar.
Okay then.
That's right, folks. The bar are now a comedy act. Enjoy that.
They're now the comedy bar?
Apparently. So after that, we cut backstage to an interview with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Fair.
Shinsuke adds that he no speak English because he forgot. Renee asks again if he wants to say anything to AJ. And he actually apparently does remember at least a little bit of English because he adds that AJ is nuts, but so is he, and they're not finished. Promo to Shinsuke.
Indeed.
Last man standing. People think that's where it's going. So the announcers throw some footage of Backlash of Charlotte purportedly injuring her knee in her match against Carmella. Obviously, this is not a real injury, but we're going to sell it as this. We then have a pre-tape promo from Carmella who talks about beating Charlotte and wanting to celebrate, saying that she's not going to celebrate here in Baltimore. She's going to celebrate next week on SmackDown in London, and it'll be bigger than the royal wedding.
Wow. That's where she's going with that, huh?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Promo to Carmella. Okay. Okay, cool. We then go out to the ring. Actually, no, we don't go to the ring just yet. Sorry. We then see some selfie promos from Ty Dillinger and Naomi talking about how they're going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Okay, then.
So Ty Dillinger is going to get 5 points, and so is Naomi. who has a significantly better chance of actually pulling that off than Ty Dillinger. We then go to the ring for a one-on-one match between Charlotte and Peyton Royce of the Iconics.
Okay.
Let's see. Charlotte proceeds to win this match, despite the interference from Billie Kay, via a figure 4 leg lock.
Okay.
So Billie Kay is gonna get herself an accompaniment and an interference. That's 11 points to Billie. He is 84. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peyton Royce will get 5 points for being in a match, and 3 moves is 8 points to Peyton Royce. 873. And then Charlotte gets 20 points for winning a match. She gets 5 for being in said match, and 4 moves is 29 points to Charlotte.
Lots of points she'll be receiving for a while.
Yeah. And 8 is 137. All right. So Charlotte, well, maybe for a few weeks, not for a long time. She'll be back in a couple of weeks.
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see?
We'll see how long it takes her to recover.
Well, you think it's going to be a long time?
I don't know.
How long do you think it'll be?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe just a few weeks, but we'll see what WWE does.
I can tell you it'll be no more than 5.
How do you know that?
Because this match qualified Charlotte for the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh. Fair.
So she has between now and Money in the Bank to get all that shit done. Because really, you know, the dental thing, yeah, dental surgery, it might take her a week and a half to 2 to recover from that. And the implant situation, it's basically just, okay, we're going to reinflate the thing and then, you know, reset it. And then she's going to have to, for the muscles to strengthen up a little bit in her chest and the cut in her armpit to heal. That'll take another 2 weeks at most. It's not like these are major medical situations she's dealing with. Hell, the dental thing is even less of an issue because Charlotte was expected to be back on the European tour before it ended.
Oh.
With the dental procedure, but then she was going to get the implant thing done after that. So she might be out for 2 to 3 weeks with the implant situation, but
fair.
She'll be back. All right. Next, we come backstage to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Who does an interview about his Money in the Bank qualifying match against Rusev later tonight. Talks about his feud with Cass and reminisces about cashing in a Money in the Bank briefcase on the Big Show years ago. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He said he has a history of defying the odds, and tonight will be no different. He'll find a way to win, because the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Promo to Daniel Bryan. It's 151. All right, we see some pre-taped selfie videos from Shelton Benjamin and Asuka talking about Money in the Bank. And where's Shelton? He's up here. 5 is 84. Okay. We then go to the ring for Xavier Woods versus Cesaro. Which, surprisingly, Cesaro actually does do better in than Sheamus. Because Cesaro actually wins the match.
Well, fuck him.
Well, fuck you. Yes, Woods unfortunately made a tactical error. And in that Woods goes up top, presumably for his elbow, as he is wanting to do, but made the mistake of doing so while while Cesaro had a finisher stored, and Cesaro proceeds to uppercut him the fuck out of the air.
Okay, then.
resulting in Cesaro gaining a victory. So Kofi and Big E and Sheamus will all get accompaniment points. And they also all get interference points because they were all getting involved. So that's 11 points to each of those three. 68. And 11 points to Kofi. Is 59. And 11 points to Sheamus. 55. Okay. And then Xavier Woods will get 5 points for being in the match. And that's about it, because Xavier has a really shitty moveset.
Well, that's great.
I mean, he's got a couple of cool moves, but he never uses any of his own moves. Like, none of his moves are iconic. It's annoying. Anyway, Cesaro will get 20 points for winning this match, and he'll get 5 for being in it. And he'll get 2 moves. It's 27 points to Cesaro.
Fucking Cesaro.
75 and what did I say? 20, what, 7? So therefore 75 and 82. 82 points. Okay. Next up, we cut backstage to AJ Styles, who does an interview, and we're informed that after what happened at Backlash, AJ Styles is not cleared to wrestle tonight. Renee mentions that Nakamura said earlier he's not done with AJ, and AJ cuts her off saying that he stooped to Nakamura's level, and he doesn't want to fight dirty, but he will if he has to, and especially to defend his title. And AJ says that he will finish the king of low blows, Nakamura.
The king of low blows.
Yes.
Okay, then.
Promo to AJ Styles.
Sure, AJ.
190. Okay. Next up, we see some people heading to the ring for the next match. Okay, I missed that, and that just sounds weird.
Okay. Do tell.
So we see a backstage segment with WWE action figures laying around, and the Bludgeon Brothers appear and cut a promo about people wanting to play with them and their toys.
Okay.
So that happened.
Right.
I don't know. I got nothing. Don't get it.
We don't get it.
Clap, 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 clap. See, somebody put the promo up. Let's see. Oh, all the action figures are disfigured. And see, that looks like a member of the New Day. I think it looks like Xavier appears to be holding his own head. Yep. As then, yeah, there's Kofi on the ground. They're all like scarred up and messed up. There's some more Double X figures. That looks like Sheamus with his head all spun around. That looks like, I think that's Cesaro's body without a head. Oh, look, that's the Good Brothers all their action figures are all messed up. Carl Anderson looks all half melted and shit. There's some Uso shit all destroyed.
Okay.
There's a little girl in the background going la da la da in a creepy way. There's the Bludgeon Brothers, full masks. Removal of masks. We have our own set of toys. Mallets on shoulders. So please, come play with us. We're waiting.
Okay, that just sounds creepy.
The Bludgeon Brothers that smash their mallets on the camera.
Of course they do. Again,
So,
that
yeah.
just sounds creepy.
That was an incredibly creepy promo, but effective. Promo to the Bludgeon Brothers. That was effective. I like that. '72. And Eric Rowan and Luke Harper would be the other one. Yes, puts him in an even 100. Bam. Okay. What's up? Next up, we cut backstage to Mandy and Sonya, who are talking about how this is a new start and they can both be in the Money in the Bank. And Paige then walks in, reminds them that Absolution is over, and then bans Sonya from ringside for Mandy's match tonight.
Yep.
Paige then walks off. So, promo to Mandy and Sonya. And Mandy. All right. So, Mandy Rose then proceeds to go to the ring and have a match against Becky Lynch. All right, that's 44 for the promo, by the way. Okay. So, yeah, match against Becky Lynch. And Mandy Rose proceeds to win the match against Becky Lynch without any assistance. Specifically by Becky attempted a springboard kick, but Rose countered it, was able to roll Becky up off of the surprise. So Becky Lynch gets 5 points for being in a match, and 2 moves is 7 points to Becky. It's 46. And then Mandy Rose gets 20 points for winning a match, 5 for competing. He has 25, and actually 6 move points, mostly off of reversal, in fact, entirely off of reversals. Is going to be 31 points to Mandy Rose. 5, 65, 75. Okay. So next up, we take a look back at Brian cashing in Money in the Bank against the Big Show in 2011. We see a promo with Andrade Cien Almas and his manager Zelina Vega, who inform us that they will make their SmackDown debut next week in London, apparently. So extra points for Tiff next week, I guess.
I guess.
Then we go to the ring for our main event of Dana Bryan versus Rusev in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. In English, accompanies Rusev to ringside. Of course. And Rusev manages to win the match as Daniel Bryan had control, hitting Rusev with a missile drop kick. He's selling his rib injury that was sustained at the hands of Big Cass at Backlash. But he charges for the running knee, but unfortunately Rusev catches him off of it, hits him with a gut buster, and then a Machka kick. So Aiden English is going to get a promo. Well, not a promo, an accompaniment. Same amount of points, but still. He also gets an interference because he did pull Rusev out of the ring to safety at one point. So it's 11 points to Aiden English. Okay. Then Daniel Bryan will get himself, let's see, this is a main event, so 5 points for competing and 4 for being in the main event is 9. Plus 8 moves is 17 points to Daniel Bryan. Is 58, 168. And then Rusev is going to get 20 points for winning a match. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing is 34. And 8 moves is 42 points to Rusev.
You
put him at 132. All right.
Fuck you, Rusev.
Following the match, Aiden English hits the ring. He and Rusev celebrate, and Daniel Bryan sits on the apron and looks very sad and dejected. Let's go to the scores.
Okay.
Up here, hit the data. All right. Still in the lead is me at 3,045.
Of course.
Woken Warriors followed by Glorious at 2786 for Jeff, and the Legit Rowdy Architects at 2468 for Tiff. So it's still about a 300 spread. The spread is remaining even.
Okay.
Okay. And thus we end our night with the 205 Live. All right, here we go now. We open up with the commentators. Excuse me. So, the teams make our entrance for the opening match, which is Lucha House Party versus Gallagher and Kendrick. Specifically, Metalik and Dorado representing Lucha House Party for this match.
Okay.
However, before they can start the match, Drew Gulak comes out to the stage in his suit and proceeds to add himself to the commentary team.
I'm just getting completely and totally shafted on cruiserweights now. That's great.
Not yet. Wait for it.
How did you end up with all the cruiserweights, dude?
I don't have them all. Anyway. It's worth noting during this match, Nigel McGuinness, during the commentary of the match, brings up the possibility of a cruiserweight tag team title. So there we go. So, commentary points to Drew Gulak.
After they're teasing breaking up the only fucking team I have. Fuck you, WWE.
Okay.
Wow, you just completely ignored me. That's fair.
Sorry. And yeah, that would suck, and I hope that doesn't happen to you. So, Lucha House Party wins the match against Gallagher and Kendrick via a shooting star press from Dorado onto Gallagher.
Lord knows you don't need another fucking title.
Metal League was isolated by heels. And the end was basically was a clean finish after they took out Kendrick and Gallagher with super kicks and dives. So, that being the case, so Gallagher and Kendrick are each going to get 5 points for being in a match. And Ryan Kendrick, 56. And then let's see, Grand Metal Leak is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20, and it sounds like 2 moves is 22 points to Metal Leak. And then we have Lindsay Dorado gets 20 points for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and 3 moves is 28 points to Lindsay Dorado. 49. And 8 would be 57. Okay. After this match, we see a clip from Mustafa Ali's Twitter promo. Promo to Ali. Three. And then we see Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese in the locker room. Dasha asks Murphy what he hopes to accomplish tonight, and he says he has only one blemish on his record since coming to 205 Live. He's had issues getting used to the weight cuts, but that's in the past now, and he hopes the champ is watching what he's going to do to Mustafa Ali tonight. So, promo to Buddy Murphy. Next up, Tony Nese goes out to the ring and proceeds to win a one-on-one match against some dude named Keith Clayball, who I'm assuming we're probably never going to see again.
Probably not.
So Tony Nese gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and 1 for the running. Nese is 26 points to Tony Nese. Is 47, 57, and 6 is 63. All right. So we have a video package on Hideo Itami recapping his NXT days and then his recent losses with Tozawa. Hidami questions why he needs a partner and how Tozawa doesn't deserve him. So I guess promo to Hideo then. Fair enough. Next, Drake Maverick calls Cedric Alexander into his office and saying that he wants to make sure that the issues between him and Buddy Murphy don't spill over into tonight's main event match. The champ says he made his statement last week when he attacked the Aussie, and he's content to let Ali make his statement now, but he'll do more when he gets Murphy in the ring again. Promo to Cedric. Oh, and here's an interesting revelation, Jeff. Jeff?
Yep.
Drake Maverick also informed Cedric that next week, live from London, it'll be the stars of 205 Live against the stars of the UK Championship division.
Okay, then.
He wants Alexander to get the locker room ready to show what the cruiserweights are all about. And Cedric tells Maverick to tell the UK guys to bring their A games.
Okay, then.
So, and then we go to our main event of Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali.
Okay.
Yes, you have the whole main event.
Fair.
Buddy Murphy wins this match via a Murphy's Law.
And poor Sub-Zero is now mid-card.
Yeah, he missed an 054, and then Murphy just tore the shit out of Ali's arm, so he couldn't connect with another DDT later, which led directly into a reversal into the finish.
Fair.
Alexander watched from a monitor in the back and looked to have his next challenger. Ali was obviously disappointed as Murphy celebrated to end the show. Apparently, Ali took a running brainbuster on the floor.
Ow! Is it that bad?
You would think. Let's take a look. We got a Twitter clip. That's... Yeah, you're full of crap.
Hmm?
Yeah, no. That's not really a brainbuster.
Brainbuster!
That's not a brainbuster, really. That's basically a slightly modified vertical suplex.
Oh.
That's not really... I mean, it was a big thud, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Here, take... I'm going to throw this... let's see, where are you? I'm going to send this over to Skype to you real quick. Take a look at that and see what you think.
I can do that. That's not even running. What the hell? Well, it's kind of running, I suppose.
Yeah.
But no, that is not a brainbuster. That's a suplex.
Yeah, that's a... Well, it's a suplex with his arm around the guy's head instead of holding the other side of him up.
Yeah, it's a suplex with a different clutch. If anything, that's more a suplex neck breaker.
Yeah, I get that. That works. So that happened. He came back with a wild tornado DDT. Apparently. And oh, Jesus!
I didn't think Buddy Murphy had a move called Oh Jesus.
No, it's Mustafa Ali hit a tornado DDT.
Oh.
But the tornado DDT, the tornado, look at this. The tornado DDT left Buddy Murphy upside down and threaded through the ropes.
Oh!
Yeah, he DDT'd him and then the back of his knees just hit the top rope.
So that is, what if Randy Orton decided to become more vicious?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a great sell by Buddy Murphy.
That is. He's just dead. Big thanks to the 205 Live Twitter for these clips, by the way.
Can we get this in the game? That'd be a great move to just use in the game. I could see you using that as your against the ropes move. Mr. High Flyer. Hello? Hello?
Sorry, that did the thing. Also, there was a nice where Ali made the most out of a losing battle on the top and caught Murphy with a big super kick. Oh, yeah, so Ali was out by the announce table, and Murphy came off the top, and Ali caught him with a super kick on the way down. It's not bad. All right. But, yeah, Buddy Murphy came up with the victory.
Fusion? Huh?
Yeah, something like that. Yeesh.
We are neither Buddy Murphy nor Mustafa Ali. We are the one that will rule this division.
Apparently. So anyway,
Yes.
Buddy Murphy won the main event, so Ali will therefore get 5 points for competing, and 4 for being in the main event is 9. And that's about it.
Okay, then.
It's worth noting somebody's been cleaning up the move lists on wrestler pages on Wikipedia.
That's good.
Except that for a lot of them, it's removing their entire signature lists because there's no citations on any of them.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, well. That shit happens.
I guess.
It's Wikipedia.
Oh.
I don't know.
Let's sigh.
Yep. Basically. All right. So, yeah, like I said, Ali will get 9 points. Let's see, that's 7, 8, 9, puts him at 82. All right, and then Buddy Murphy will get 20 points for winning the main event. Oh, for winning a match. He'll get 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing is 34. He gets 3 points for evading the 054 is 37. And 1 for the Murphy's Law is 38 points to Buddy Murphy. 38, 48, 58, and 7 is 65. There you go, Buddy Murphy. Not bad.
No.
So.
Buddy Murphy.
Yep. Let's go to the final scores.
Sure.
Refresh. Save. All right. So I'm still in the lead at 3,110 points. And Jeff, I'm with the Woken Warriors. Jeff and the Glorious team are still in second at 2853. Tim is still in third at 2494 with the Legit Rowdy Architects. And there we go. Let's go to the leaderboards.
You know, if you have to shorten it after the first time you say it, you could just say Glorious Originals.
I could do that.
It would sound better.
All right, top of the leaderboards by a cool 50 points is Seth freaking Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion.
Damn it, Seth.
383, followed by Jeff Hardy, the U.S. Champ, at 333. Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men, is clocking in at 281, followed by Finn Balor at 212 off his Raw main event victory. One half of the Raw Tag Champs, Woken Matt Hardy, is at 191, just a point ahead of the WWE Champion AJ Styles. Carmella clocks in at 188, the SmackDown Women's Champion, followed by the other half of the Raw Tag Champs, Bray Wyatt at 171, who is just a point ahead of Drew Gulak of the Cruiserweight division, who is just 2 points ahead of Daniel Bryan, rounding out the top 10.
No, Drew Gulak is like the only cruiserweight in the top 10 now.
Yep.
Wow.
Although Jeff Hardy does a good impression of a cruiserweight.
So does Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
So does Finn Balor, for that matter.
That's true. Occasionally, so can AJ Styles, for that matter.
Yeah, so could Seth, but Seth is way out of the weight class.
Yeah. You saying Seth is fat?
saying he's tall.
Ah.
He's out of the weight class by pure height.
Yeah, he is 6'1".
Because if he was in that weight class at his height, he'd be a goddamn stick.
Actually, he's only 12 pounds out.
Really? I thought he was heavier than that.
He's 217.
Oh, well, I take that back then.
No, he's in good shape.
Well, he is CrossFit Jesus.
He is CrossFit Jesus. But yeah, no, he's a 217, so he's only about 12 points off the weight limit if you wanted to try to get down to it, but there's no reason for him to do that.
Fair.
All right. So there you have it, folks. That is the program.
Yep.
Close that out. Get me back up. Hi. All right.
Hi.
So with that, we go into another week, or we conclude another week and go into another week simultaneously of wrestling shenanigans. Stay tuned and join us for more fun. Do stay tuned and join us a little later this week, probably Tuesday night, when Jeff and I are maybe going to take a look at the we're going to do a review. I know we don't do those that often. We're going to do a review, and we're going to review the crossover comic between the Justice League and the Power Rangers. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. We also do have our yearly Spring of Starkid coming up whenever we can actually schedule that.
Yeah, I'll talk to Melissa and Cam. Their schedule is very, very tight these days. But we're going to try to get that. We're going to at least review the Camless and I went down to New York City, and we met the Tin Can Brothers, who performed their Solve Squad show, so we're going to review that. We're going to talk a little bit about the Starkid shows that Melissa and Cam saw for the first time, being Starship and Holy Musical Batman. And Jeff and I are going to talk a little bit about the recently released as part of the final reward for the Fire Ringer Kickstarter a year and a half or so ago, 2 years ago. And that is the audio recording of the sequel to Starship, Starship Requiem.
Indeed, I have to get around to listening to that.
You should listen to that. It's awesome. Not many songs in it. The songs are mostly just there for incidental purposes, but still. Still enjoyable. Listen to it. Check it out.
Fair.
And all that stuff will be coming up here on the league. Jeff, thank you for being here. Tiff, we're sorry we didn't have you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time. This has been the log.